Hi guys, all of us love to start reading book series, but how many times does it happen that we actually finish those? Hi there, I'm Manpreet. I make book related videos on this channel every Wednesday and Saturday at 6 pm. And in today's video, I'm going to talk about some book series that I have finished reading. But what do you get from it? You get to know about some amazing book series and my reviews about the book series that I disliked so that you know which ones are good to pick and which ones are better to avoid. If you're new here, please make sure you subscribe and turn your notifications on so that you get notified every time I post a new video. And without further ado, let's get started. Number one series which I talk about most often on this channel these days is the Mortal Instruments series by Cassandra Clare. Originally, the series had 3 books, but then 3 more were written, and I have read all 6 of those books and enjoyed them so much. First book is a bit boring, but this is definitely a world worth getting into. It is set in this Shadowhunter world. Shadowhunters are part angels and part humans who try to protect the humans from downworlders, vampires, werewolves, and everybody. Cassandra Clare is a magician when it comes to writing an amazing plot full of twists and turns and creating characters that you would fall in love with and you would cry over, laugh over, hate over, love over. And the whole experience of the Mortal Instruments series is beautiful. So I have finished reading it. I feel so lucky, so happy that I have finished reading it, and I totally recommend it to everybody. Number 2 is a duology, The Shining and Doctor Sleep by Stephen King. Now, Stephen King writes horror novels, and if you want to try a Stephen King novel, I would definitely recommend The Shining. The Shining follows this family that moves to this hotel, which is going to be closed off, and they are under isolation for a long time, and then this hotel is haunted and there are elements there, and this young boy has this shining, basically this ability that attracts bad energy. So that is, I think, the basics of the Shining world. I hope I did it correctly because Stephen King fans would hate me if I do not explain it correctly, but definitely The Shining is a great book. And Doctor Sleep is set a bunch of years later after the Shining story happens, where Dan is all grown up and he moves to this place where there is another girl who has an even brighter shining. And when you have the shining, when you have the superpowers, you attract negative energies, and this girl is going to attract even worse energies. And the whole book is beautiful. It's even better than The Shining, but you cannot read the Doctor Sleep without reading The Shining. So just read both of these books. You will enjoy them a lot. And do remember, The Shining and Doctor Sleep are more thriller horror than, oh my god, I'm scared horror, okay? Number 3 book series that I have finished reading is the Percy Jackson series, a set of 5 books based on Greek mythology, and it's a world where demigods exist. Demigods are children of Greek gods and humans, and we follow Percy Jackson, who is the son of Poseidon. You can say one of the top 3 Greek gods. And all demigods attract a lot of monsters, Percy Jackson even more than others. And also there's a prophecy that makes the bigger plot of this whole set of books. In every single book in the Percy Jackson series, these demigods go through a set of adventures. So this is full of adventure, Greek mythology, and it's also very funny. It's a middle grade novel, so even 10-year-olds or 11-year-olds could read it. And I enjoyed this series as an adult. So everybody can read this series and enjoy it. Next one is the one which everybody's like, you haven't read this series? So I read it and now I do the same to other people. No. I don't do it to other people. I just say that you should read it, which is the Harry Potter series by J.K. Rowling. How do I even give an introduction about the Harry Potter series without having that air around me, which is like, you should know about this already. But yes, it's set in a world where, there is this evil wizard, Voldemort, and it follows this young boy, Harry Potter. But, this has this wizardry school and, dark elements because of the Voldemort, and a lot of fun elements, a lot of friendship, a lot of magic. All of it is there because there is this wizardry school. So yeah, that was a very bad job of explaining Harry Potter, but I have read this series, okay? It's one of the book series I have finished, and let's move on to the next one before you hit a dislike. Next, I have read the 50 Shades trilogy, okay, which is a set of 3 books, erotica romance. I actually really liked the first book and sort of like wrote, me kind of articles where it's just like, how can you not like 50 Shades and all that? And then I ended up not liking the third book by then, which is why, guys, you should be more political and diplomatic, I would say. But I would like to justify my stand on it by saying that a lot of people hate it because they are weirded out by the idea of an erotica. If you are weirded out by the idea of an erotica, do not read an erotica, right? I read the first book, I was happy, but after the third book, I'm like, okay, make your choice if you want to read it, if you want to try it. It's very, very, very popular. So if you want to try it, just go for it. If you do not want to try it, move on to the next ones. Then I have Kalki trilogy, which is again mythological fantasy genre, but written by an Indian author. I really love Kalki trilogy. Basically, it's more of a fantasy novel where the Kalki avatar, who has been prophesied to be born in the Kali Yuga, is given a very different story. And it's set in a fantastical world where there is also prophecy that there would be a fight between Dharam and Adharam and everything like that. I personally really like Kevin Missel's writing for the kind of plot twist he brings into it. His writing is simple, you can race through it, and you will like the characters, and you will definitely love the plot because he just brings this thought into the plot that is just so amazing. So I really like Kalki trilogy. You should definitely try it out, and I will also link down in the description if I have any book reviews or reading vlogs or any other videos on the books that I'm mentioning in this video. So that will really help you out. So after you watch this video, do not just leave my channel, please, and check the description, okay? And while you're checking the description, do check if you have subscribed or not, okay? Next one was a very disappointing read, which was the Forever series by Navaneel Chakrabarti. It's again an erotica. It has 2 books, and the timing is just unintentional. But when I say I really like the plot twists and everything of one author, I have to say that the other one really gives you trash and expects you to like it. And some people do like it, but I really hate Navaneel Chakrabarti books. I'm very sorry about it. I know a lot of people love it, and I respect your opinion, but personally, I would never pick up a Navaneel Chakrabarti book. They are trash. Sorry. Next one is a trilogy that I love so much. Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins. It's very amazing. It's a dystopian fiction where, there is this world where the world is divided into different districts, and there is this capital, okay? And the capital rules while the districts have to work to earn their bread. And every year there is this competition called Hunger Games where 2 people from each district are selected, and then they are put in an arena where they have to survive, and only one of them survives, rest of them die. So yes, that is what Hunger Games is. It was a phenomena a few years back, and it totally deserves all the fame it has gotten because Hunger Games books are amazing. You should try the series out or trilogy out. I know a lot of people are going to watch this video and comment like, how can you include duologies and trilogies in a video about book series you have read? Like this. The next duology is The Boy Who Loved series by Durjoy Datta. Honestly, I'm still confused whether the third book is coming or not because the second book had such an open ending and a lot of people come to me and ask me about the same things. So if the author is watching this, which there is almost no chance for it, but if the author is watching, please tell if there is the third book in this story's world, because The Boy Who Loved was fantastic. I mean, the book was so good. I was just shocked to see it's a Durjoy Datta book. See, I have read Durjoy Datta novels back when I was in college, and some of them were fun, some of them were boring, and I was like, I'm done with Durjoy Datta now. But then I just randomly picked up The Boy Who Loved, and I'm like, the guy has changed completely. The writer has just brought in so much of maturity and such a beautiful story. I'm definitely going to read more Durjoy Datta books now. But if you're also like, no, Manpreet, I'm not reading this author's books, just try The Boy Who Loved, please. And you will like it so much. You will love it so much that you will read The Boy with a Broken Heart. So yeah, try out this duology basically. It follows Raghu, a young guy who really talks about his family and, the hypocrisy of Indian society. And there is a lot of discussion on how Indian society is like and, everything like that, which I really loved in the book. He basically talks about it in the form of a diary. And then he also finds love, and it's also messed up. You have to read it. Sometimes I feel like if non-readers come to my videos and see these videos, they'll be like, what is this girl talking about? Like, a book is so messed up, you should read it. Who says that, right? Anyway, next one is a series I would say I have finished, but I have not actually finished it because I DNF'd it. It's House of Night novel series by PC and Kristen Cast. I have read the first 4 books. It's sort of like vampire kind of novel where there is this, vampire school again, and every vampire also has superpowers in the form of like they can control the elements and all that. I really loved the first book. I tried to buy the whole series, which has a lot of books, but some sense prevailed in me and I did not actually buy all of those books. I just read the first 4 and the plot just never made any progress in this book, okay? I feel like one book covers about 15 days in the story and it's just like so elongated, so stretched, and after a point, like after 3rd book, you'll be like, what am I reading? That's why I DNF'd this book, and I would say if you are okay with reading just the first book in a series, pick up House of Night novel series, otherwise skip it totally. Next one is something that I really loved, a set of 4 books, Twilight by Stephenie Meyer. Twilight is again a vampire romance novel and a lot of bad stuff is said about Twilight series, okay? But guys, if you are judging these books from the movies, please do not do that. If you are expecting vampires to be gory and, to be killing people and everything, and, if you want it to be a bloody horror kind of book, please do not read it. It's a vampire romance novel and it is like that. And when you get into it, to read a vampire romance novel, you are going to love it. You are going to fall in love with it. You are going to be so passionate about this series. So do try it out if you love vampire romance novels. And yes, these are all the 11 book series that I have finished reading in my entire life. It is not a very big score, but I wanted to tell you about all this book series I've read that you should read and that you should not read. And I hope this video was helpful to you and was successful in doing that. Do tell me in the comments down below which of these are you planning to read. And also, if you like this video, please comment, share and like this video, okay? That did not sink at all. But yes, thank you so much for watching this video. This is Manvi signing off. I'll be back with another video very soon.